What's up guys, Chris here from Mainly Mesh. Wanted to do a little Field Friday follow-up. Nice little alliteration there. Field Friday follow-up to what we talked about 2 weeks ago on the Wall Ball Wednesday in terms of controlling your overhand shot with your bottom hand. I just wanted to actually put everything together, get on the field, and show you guys how you can kind of tweak your mechanic and tweak your shot location with controlling your bottom hand. So really my favorite shot in the world is a nice little overhand, high to low, off corner shot. The main reason I really like this shot is because when you're shooting truly overhand, bottom right hand corner, obviously for most righty goalies that's a low and away save, which is a tough save, but the coolest part is if you miss low, it's going to bounce and go either off hip or high, and if you miss high, it's still going to go off hip or high. So it's just a really high margin of success in terms of getting that ball in the back of the net. And as you can see here, if I'm shooting around, I've got a few different types of balls. So I've got a greaser mixed in here. As you can see right here, should have gotten some ECD mints, which we sell on our website, obviously. But if I'm shooting around and I'm just kind of picking up random balls, and you know, for most of you guys in high school, there's always like a random greaser lying around, even in games. At least it's how we have it in Maine with these grass fields. You know, you'll pick up one off the sideline, it'll be a greaser. So if you're aiming bottom right and you're kind of dialing it in, then all of a sudden you have a greaser, it's still going to go off hip, right? So it's just a really nice way to stay consistent. The biggest thing we were talking about last time was being able to reach back and control your shot with your with your bottom hand. And so what you want to start thinking about is once you see your shot going too high or too low, how do you correct it? So if I see my shot going too low because I'm choking my motion and focusing too much on pulling my bottom hand, it might look something like this, right? Where I'm pulling too much with my bottom hand and not getting my hands extended back. So if we're shooting too low and we're focusing on our bottom hand, we want to make sure we can reach further back in our motion in order to get the full range of motion and use all of the mesh and velocity that is held within our stick, right? So if I'm shooting too low, I need to reach further back so I can start dialing it back in. Now, if I'm shooting too high, that means, once again, I'm probably not pulling down with my bottom hand. So if I'm skying it, that's the whole issue we were working on in the first place, right? If I'm skying it, as you can see, Derek, if you can swing around here so they can just look at my bottom hand. If I'm shooting high, a lot of times it's because I'm not pulling down with my bottom hand. So here, we're gonna want to really crank down with that bottom hand so we can dial back in on that corner. If you want to back up now so they can see the net, I'm really pulling down with my bottom hand so I can really dig in to that bottom corner and start dialing in that shot. That's your Field Friday. Every once in a while I hit the net. A lot of times I don't. But thanks so much, guys. Ask me any questions down below. I want to start doing more of these Field Fridays. I've been pretty lax about it. But thanks so much, guys, and I'll catch you guys next time.